We are headed towards another civil war or building up black communities.
So Donald Trump just brought back segregation.
Now that they're rolling back segregation, you gotta be careful when you're going outside now.
The segregation executive order is not what you think it is.
What's this everybody talking about? Oh, we going back to segregation.
So Donald Trump just brought back segregation. Yes, I'm saying that. He just brought back segregation. Segregation on bathrooms, on restaurants, on who to hire. That is part of removing DEI. Okay? Let's do it. Bring back segregation. I want to know where the fuck I'm not welcome. I want to know where my money does not deserve to be put at. Because let's make this very fucking clear. Black people in America are the buying power. Y'all forget we buy more than anybody else. I don't know why we do that shit, but we do. So let us know where the fuck we aren't welcome. Bring back segregation. I guarantee y'all gonna fuck up all y'all money. Because white folks don't shop like that. And when they do, they don't spend in middle class areas. It's the rich shit like Gucci and Prada. Not everyday hometowns. Go ahead and fuck yourselves up. Bring segregation back. Yup. Bring it on back. Let's see how this shit rides. You see what's going on with Target. Why am I seeing so many of y'all asking, can we come with y'all? We don't want to be a part of this crap. It's segregation. Y'all not allowed to come over here. Y'all also not going to be allowed to listen to our music, eat our food, wear our hairstyles, wear our clothing styles, listen to us talk on the radio, watch our music videos, do our dance moves. Y'all are going to be exiled from black culture because you know what? These people are not going to allow it. You're going to get in trouble. Remember when they used to, in the South, they used to split the line when they had little concerts and stuff? Yeah, y'all going to be on y'all side. We're going to be on our side. And y'all going to be trying to see our music, people. And y'all not going to be able to do that anymore because I guarantee you black folks going to be like, black only. So all your favorite rappers and singers, those are going to be over there. We're going to take the football teams and the NBA. Yep, those come over there with us. Bring them on. We got tennis too. Come on. Hockey belongs to us because it started by black folks. I know a lot of people don't know that, but that's coming over there with us too. Ooh, what are y'all going to have left? Square dancing?
Yeah, we need to talk, because if you haven't heard, Trump just overturned an executive order that has been in place since 1965, one that bans segregation in workplaces with federal contracts. Yeah, you heard that right. This hasn't just political talk, this is real life, and people are speaking up. Let's break it all down.
The segregation executive order is not what you think it is, and I hope that everybody can understand why that happened. The vault is open. The exposure is happening. Like something, I think that I'm really looking back on this right now. Something happened in the 1960s, you guys. Let's recap the 1960s and let's start with JFK. JFK was in office. If you want to go back and look up what happened with that, there's so many things. I mean, there's Marilyn Monroe. I mean, there's like so much information. To me right now, I see a parallel with JFK and Trump. And I'm not a fucking political person. I don't care. I don't care about that. It's like, this is a recap. We're going back right now. We're going to go look and see how fucked up that was. The segregation, opening that back up is an opportunity for people to fucking understand what that actually meant. Integration, segregation, first of all, none of that should have even been on the table. Like why did that even happen? Why was go back to slavery? All this shit about humanity, dude. It's about humanity, dude. Like, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and like we forgot this. We've been played over and over and over again, and we have to realize this right now, you guys. We have to realize this shit that you see with the fucking astronauts that fucking landed. You saw that footage and it's not authentic. Like, that's not authentic, but you know that. Like, you know that. You shouldn't have been shocked by that. You know this. But here's the thing. This is where it gets tricky. If you've done your research, then you know that first and foremost, we are not separate from government. We are not separate from that. And in fact, if you want to talk about history, if you want to get spiritual, like we have all played a part in all of this. Our family members, our ancestors, do you know your ancestors, bro? Do you know your great 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 greats? Do you know how they played this shit? You don't know who played what, where, when, and there, because all of them got us to here now. And now we're in a position, in a spiritual sense, to know that this vault has been opened, and we're seeing that something happened in the 1960s, bro. Something fucking happened there. Something happened that kind of fucked with us. It was the last play to fuck with us, dude. It just, okay, integration, and now we're all here, but now look at it. Like, we're not even fucking, we still don't even get along. We still are hung up about some shit because we are unhealed people. We're unhealed. We have healing to go and do right now. We have healing to go and do. And the healing part about, to me, a big aspect, you don't have to pay attention to politics right now, but a big portion of, I think we're all paying attention, especially the segregation thing. It's not even what you think it is, dude. This is about, review it. Review it. None of this is going to change tomorrow. None of this this is about you. This is about you. This is about how you, if you understand what's happening. This is not a time to go and fucking riot, dude. This is not a time to this is a time to sit still and like read the information, take in what you need to, participate in what's being said to you, and dip out when you want to dip out and take it in and grow. Like, grow from here. Like, this is spiritual. This is humanity. This is like, this is the big reveal. That's what this is. That's what this fucking is. I was like tripped up about it too. I was like, why won't they just do this? Because like, look at it. Like, you know how it is. Like, I see the Democratic Party versus the Republican Party, and like, you know, I'm just seeing like, you can't, like, why would you go and fucking vandalize people that paid money to get this car? And what are you doing? You need to slow down right now, man. People that are like wanting to be getting all violent and getting all fucking angry, like, you really need to fucking think twice about that shit right now, because it's not about politics. This is about you, dude. This is about how you'll feel about it at the end of the day. This is karmic. This is karma. This is karmic shit. And it's so much more. Oh my God, it's so much more, but that's what I got.
What's this everybody talking about? We going back to segregation. Segregation? How? Get off social media for a minute and just go look around somewhere. How is this going to be segregated? First of all, they done brought a lot of Mexicans in. So what you going to do? We got a lot of Africans. We got, how? What? We can't go to the mall? We can't go to eat at the white people restaurant? Our restaurants is better anyway. I mean, we can't shop at y'all stores? Hell, most of us shop online anyway. I mean, what are you going to do? Well, we can't. You going to have an all-white football team, all-white basketball? First of all, entertainment as a whole is nothing without black people. So I don't know. What are we talking about here? Why is everybody panicking about segregation? What y'all want to be amongst the others? It don't make me no difference. I'm still going to eat good. I'm still going to get fly. I'm still going to have a good time and enjoy this life. I don't know nothing about none of this. What are we talking about here? I'm going to be back. I probably have to make another video because I got to go investigate. I gotta investigate. Don't tell me what a good time. All black folks need to do is start back cooking like y'all did during quarantine when they was making them quarantine plates. I'm a support, baby. I've been waiting to spend black dollars. Maybe this will make black people get back focused on business and starting their own thing. If that's what we doing, it don't make me no difference. Let's grow.
Now that they're rolling back segregation, you gotta be careful when you going outside now. Cause cops might deliberately attack you and harass you, purposely, just to catch you. Be careful. Yo, for y'all trying to do crazy shit on the bus, crazy shit in the train, This is all a part of the plan to put your ass in prison. Y'all better chill out on them trains, because once you get inside that prison or you get inside that jail cell, you are going to be treated like hell. I'm gonna tell y'all something. All y'all niggas in New York City, y'all better calm down with all the violence, all the crazy shit, all the toxic shit. You better chill out. Because when you get arrested, there's some already getting arrested in New York City for doing stupid shit. Now that they rolling segregation back, you might not get out of jail. They just might hit you with some bull crap. Or they might just punish you and be, yo, do not do no crazy shit while you out here, man. This shit ain't no game. They're rolling back segregation. And listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, we ain't doing that in this time, in this era. This shit wild. Like, what? I'm telling y'all better chill out. Y'all better chill out. Y'all better not have nothing on y'all. Y'all better not have nothing, doing nothing crazy. Cops is now patrolling everywhere, especially in the black communities and areas, purposely. Be alert, stay aware. I'm trying to tell you, it's about to get crazy, man. Remember the water hoses and the beating? I even seen a cop with a stick. I'm talking about on a hip, a brown wooden stick. Yo, we are really going back to that.
We are headed towards another civil war or building up black communities, or both. What I want us to keep in mind is that taking away DEI is taking away opportunity. Allowing facilities to segregate is pushing us in a corner because we already don't own wealth, not a lot of wealth in America. Remember what they did when black people did build their own communities and started to thrive. They burned it down. They can't continue to redline. They continued to discriminate with giving out loans so that black people could not own homes and build wealth. Continue to discriminate with job opportunities. This is where we're headed, and although I don't believe that we should react in the way that they want us to react, I think that we more so should be preparing ourselves for what's to come. Because indeed, these things are going to affect us, whether we want to ignore them or not. And to all the people who voted for him, is it still about the economy and not about people of color? It's not surprising to me that a lot of y'all are quiet or crying. The amount of self-control that we have to sit back and allow for the Trump administration to dismantle everything that our ancestors worked for, that the people before us have worked for. I don't know about y'all, but it is draining and it is concerning. And these people are still screaming that it's just politics. Go to HE double hockey sticks, please.
Y'all, we need to talk because the Trump schmatzy administration just banned segregation in all federal contracts. You know, segregation like separate bathrooms, Jim Crow 2.0 bullshit. By the way, a black man just delivered my freaking UPS mail. You all are fucking unhinged with this bullshit. And to be clear, this is not about policy change. This is not about saving money. This is a message, a big, loud dog whistle to black and brown people trying to instill psychological warfare, a message that they are not safe. And it is meant to make people feel small and afraid. And white folk, this message is for you. Y'all need to call this out, not just online, but at work, at school, at the dinner table. This ain't just politics, this is real life. If you stay quiet, you're part of the problem. Speak up, shut it down, because separate does not mean equal. It was never equal, and we are not going back. Take action. You want to do something? Read a fucking book. Better yet, support black businesses. By the way, ladies, they know some really great shit. Somebody find this company. I bought it at a Pride festival. It's freaking amazing. And when it's empty, I will buy more. Show up for your black and brown neighbors. This is the only way we're gonna win from these schmatzis. This is absolute, utter bullshit. For the love of God, share this post. Share it everywhere. Okay, I've taken a deep breath. Got a little hot. I have my coffee. I'm going to make this very clear. Trump has overturned an executive order signed by Lyndon B. Johnson in 1965 to jettison a requirement that federal contractors must enforce rules against segregation in the workplace. The General Service Administration last month issued a memo to all federal agencies pointing out that Trump's order no longer requires businesses paid with taxpayer dollars, our money, in contracts to ensure that they won't have facilities like segregated dining areas for Black and white employees. State and federal laws still outlaw segregation in companies, including government contracts. But, and this is according to The Independent and other sources, and New York University constitutional law professor Melissa Murray, who told NPR that Trump's message in lifting the ban is significant and disturbing. It's symbolic, but it's incredibly meaningful in its symbolism, she said, noting that the changes conflict with laws established by the government in the 1950s and 60s that led to integration, desegregation. They want us confused, y'all, and I was angry. I own that. But those laws and the fact that they are now excluding those provisions from the requirement for federal contractors speaks volumes, Murray told NPR. I don't give a shit how freaking Fox is spinning it. President Donald Trump and his cronies of schmazzies have jettisoned an executive order signed in 1965 that banned segregation in the workplace of the federal contractors, PA Wire. They want us confused. But make no mistake, under the Federal Acquisition Regulation, a set of rules used by federal agencies to write contracts between the government and contractors, a clause required any company receiving a contract to maintain an integrated workplace. That's the part they're getting rid of. I'm going to link below where you can read it yourself. Don't take my word for it. I'm just one angry white woman who's sick of fucking racism in this country. Make no mistake. If you're Black or brown, you understand this. If you're white and you want to defend it, you're part of the problem.
So let's get into it. The news that Trump is rolling back civil rights protections, effectively reinstating workplace discrimination policy from the pre-civic rights era, has sent shockwaves across social media. People are calling it a return to segregation, and the reactions are wide. First off, we need to break down what exactly is happening. Trump has revoked the Equal Employment Opportunity Executive Order and the 1965 Civil Rights Order, which protected employees from discrimination based on race, color, region, and national origin. This means that companies and employees are no longer legally required to maintain anti-discrimination policy. It essentially opens the door for employees to discriminate openly without legal consequences. The internet exploded. On one side, you have people saying this is literally Jim Crow 2.0. They see this as an attempt to reverse decades of progress in racial equality, a move that could allow businesses to deny jobs, promotions, or even basic workplace rights based on race and ethnicity. Others are pointing out the irony. Trump, who constantly claims to be the best president for Black Americans, is now rolling back one of the fundamental protections but put in place during the civil rights movement. Then there is the other side of the argument. Some conservatives and Trump supporters are saying this is about freedom. Businesses should be allowed to hire whoever they want without government interference. They argue that forcing diversity policy on companies is a woke or outdated. A few even go as far as saying that affirmative action leads to unqualified people gathering jobs. So this is just leveling the playing field. But let's be real, when has removing civil rights protection ever leveled the playing field for marginalized communities? Historically, whenever protections like this were removed or weakened, discrimination increased. Period. Just look at what happened after the Supreme Court gutted the Voting Rights Act. states wasted no time implementing voter suppression laws that disproportionately affected black and brown voters. So if history has taught us anything, is that removing protection doesn't create fairness. It gives people in power the freedom to discriminate without consequences. The legal implications here are massive without these protections. Companies in certain states could start discriminating outright. We already seeing a rise in racial biases in hiring, especially with AI-driven recruitment tools. Now imagine what happens when there are no legal consequences for a company saying we don't hire black people or we don't promote women of color. Some lawyers are already warning that this could lead to lawsuits, but with the courts at stake with Trump-appointed judges, it's unclear if those lawsuits would even hold up. And let's talk about the social impact. This move sends a message to marginalized communities that their rights are conditional, that the progress made over the past 60 years can be undone with the stroke of a pen. It fuels the idea that racial inequality isn't just a relic of the past, it's alive, well, and being actively encouraged by policy decisions. People on X, TikTok, and Instagram are going off. One viral Twitter said, "Imagine explaining to your grandparents who marched for civil rights that in 2025 we are fighting the same battle again." Another person posted, "So when do the whites only signs that start going back up?" There is a lot of anger, a lot of fear, and honestly, a lot of confusion about this is even happening in model America. Even some moderate conservatives are taken back. They supported Trump for economic policy, for tax cuts, for stronger burden, but this feels too far, even for some of his unusual defenders. Some are warning that moves like this will cost him votes in the general election, especially among black and Latino voters who might have leaned Republican for economic reasons but will not tolerate open discrimination. And then there is the question, what is next? If employment protection can be reversed, what about housing discrimination laws? What about protections in education? We have already seen affirmative action dismantled in college admission. We will see it removed in other sectors too. Some legal analysts are warning that this could be just the beginning of a broader rollback of civil rights policy. The bigger picture here is that this is not just about jobs, it's about whether or not America is truly committed to equality. Because if a president can undo decades of civil rights protection with the stroke of a pen, then what does that say about the country's values? And if people don't fight back now, what happens next? So what do you think? Is it just about freedom for businesses, or is it a return to segregation era policy? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest stories of the day. See you in the next one.